Good morning, children. Okay, so today we are going to start the part of writing skills, lesson number 30, paragraph writing. Okay, children. So I hope that you will make the necessary notes in your books and keep your grammar book opened in front of you. Lesson number 30. Let's see. Paragraph writing. What is the name of the lesson? Paragraph writing. What is the meaning of a paragraph? A paragraph is a short piece of writing on a topic. What does it mean? Let's see in the next slide. A paragraph is a group of words put together to form a group that is usually longer than a sentence. Paragraphs are often made up of several sentences. There are usually between 3 and 8 sentences. In most organized forms of writing, such as essays, paragraphs contain a topic sentence. Getting, children? So, what is the explanation of this meaning or this definition? A paragraph is a group of words, like a group of word is called a sentence, but a group of word is also called a phrase. First phrase, then sentence, and then when we are dealing with several sentences speaking on one topic, that is known as paragraph. Okay, children? Now, let us talk about the types of paragraphs. There are around 4 types. What are those? First, narrative paragraphs. Second, descriptive paragraphs. Third, expository paragraphs. Fourth, persuasive paragraphs. Children in 5th standard, you don't need to go for all these, but it's very necessary to learn at least the types of paragraphs, because many a times we are dealing with different topics related to any of these. So, let us talk about what are they. Narratives are used to tell a story or a sequence of events. So, when we are telling the story or any sequence of any events, so that is known as narrative. That paragraph is known as narrative paragraph. Okay, children? Next, we have descriptive paragraph, used to describe a scene or an object. If I tell you to write a paragraph on your bicycle, so you are going to describe your bicycle. How does it look? What is the color? What is the brand? Or when did you purchase it? Is it a gift or you purchased it anyways? Yeah. So these types of things you are not only objects, but the events are also described. Suppose you go to a fair with your parents, and next day your teacher speaks about any event. Children, write an event in your book which visited with your parents, or so at that time what are you going to do? Suppose there is a Meena Bazaar, that is a fair, and you visited with your parents, and what are you going to write in your book? When did you go there? With whom did you go there? Yeah, not writing sentence to sentence, like it should be, sentences should be connected, not bulleted or 1 2 3 or point wise. It should be in a paragraph form. Okay, so what did you see there? How was the experience? Yes, how did you feel over there? So that means you are describing a describing the event. Yeah, and one, you are describing the objects or things. Yeah. Third, you have expository. Now, expository, what is this? Used to provide information including facts, instructions and definitions. Okay. Suppose if teacher gives you to write a paragraph on what do you say, population. Yes. So, what are you going to do? You are going to give us the facts. Okay, and which country, our country, suppose our country is in is at what position in regards to population, and which is the first country whose largest having largest population. Yeah, so such types of things are discussed in expository paragraphs. Next you have persuasive. Persuasive, okay, the pronunciation is persuasive. It is used to share opinions and convince others to agree or take action. Are you getting? Suppose I say tuition classes are good or bad. Write a paragraph. So, what are you going to do? You are going to tell your opinions, you are going to give opinions of the society, and is it really good? Then you are going to convince it, you are going to focus on that part. If it is not good, then you are going to put a light on that part. It means these types are known as persuasives. Okay, children. So, in lesson number 30, you will get any of these types getting. So, you should be knowing how to write. Let us talk about how to write the paragraph, some of the things we need to keep in our mind before going for the paragraph. Let us see what is there. Keep these points in mind. Okay. Do not write anything that is not related to given topic. I hope you understand it better, children. Do not write anything which is not related to your topic. So, it means you should go for the relevant things which are related. Okay, unnecessary data, unnecessary things, no need to put in that. Second, first sentence should be the topic sentence. It means that what topic is given to you, on what topic you are going to write, your first sentence should speak about the topic only. You should understand from the beginning only what are you going to write, on which topic. Okay. Third, give the details in the correct order from the most to the least important. First, give the most important details, yes, and then least important. It means you are coming to the declined order. Are you getting? First, focus on the important part, most important parts, then gradually, it means slowly you are coming to end up it. So, at last you can give the least important parts as well. The last 2 or 3 lines to conclude the paragraph. So, every time your paragraph should not be like without conclusion. What is it telling you? If it is it is a what do you say, a persuasive, suppose the last types of paragraphs, then what do you think, what's your opinion? Yes, whether it is really good or bad, what do you conclude? Concluding means ending part, decision, where the results are coming, where the decisions are taken. Are you getting? If you suppose if it is you have visited the fair, yeah, visited fair. So, what are you going to speak at last? Okay, it was a great moment which I enjoyed with my parents. Yeah, so by this way you can conclude, you can end up your paragraphs. So, last 2 or 3 sentences should be that. Give a suitable title. If you are giving the information without any title, then it would be incomplete. So, every time if you are asked to give the title, you should definitely give a suitable title, okay, relevant title if it is demanded. Next, let us see. So, some sample paragraphs are mentioned here. Children, see, there are proverbs which we have learnt many a times. Yes, proverbs, sayings, what the great people have said and we have been following many a times in our regular lives. So, here is a proverb, a stitch in time saves 9. Now, what does it mean? It means this is a topic. Yes. So, first line should be the topic. Let's see. My mother, who likes to sew, used this simple saying to teach me the value of working on problems when they are still small. Originally, the saying referred to sewing. Sewing means stitching. If you have a small hole in a shirt, you can repair it with one stitch. But if you wait, the hole will get larger and it will take you 9 stitches. This simple sentence, now see here what we wanted to say about it, what the paragraph demanded, we have mentioned everything. Now there is conclusion. Yeah, like if we are not stitching the small holes, we need to stitch it with 7, we will have to put the 9 stitches all together. So, what is better, go for the 1 stitch or go for the 9 stitches? This one. Yes, when we see the problem, when the problem is small, we will have to find the solution at that time only. When the problem becomes bigger and bigger, that time we have to put lots of efforts, we have to put lots of energies over there. It's better to go for less. Yes, less energies. So, what does it conclude? This simple sentence reminds me to take care of small problems before they become big problems. Okay, children. So, what did you learn in this paragraph? What are the things we need to keep in mind? Those things are followed. First line related to the topic, then the information is also related to the topic, and then last part is concluding part. Okay, what do you learn from this? Yes, and then the title can be A Stitch in Time Saves 9. Like a stitch which you are making when when the hole is small is far better than the 9 stitches you are making. Okay, children. So, I hope that you would go for some others, other exercise paragraphs, and here Mount Everest is given, that is descriptive, and the importance of hard work. 2 paragraphs are given at page number 131. And some exercises are given to you. Write paragraphs on these topics in about 150 words. Okay. So, here why humans should be honest, dog a faithful animal, my first teacher, what I am doing to keep my surrounding clean, my role model, swimming, the best exercise in summer. So, here around 13 paragraphs are written. Not paragraphs, only exercises given to you to complete. So, I do not want you people to go for all the 13, but at least 2 should be written in your books. Okay, that is your PH, children. Just get the information, open this page, open your books, get the information and go for at least 2 paragraphs in your writing, in your book with a complete idea in your mind. What are the things you should follow? Okay. So, I hope that you would follow the instructions and complete your work on time. Okay. So, always keep remember, a stitch in time saves 9. Yes, when you get a small PH, that time you should complete, otherwise it would be bigger and bigger, it would be more and more, and that time it would be difficult to complete it. So, it is better when you see the small things to do, you should complete. When it becomes bigger, more, it becomes difficult. Okay, children. So, any of the paragraphs should be in your book. Let's see what's there. Okay, thank you, children. Stay healthy and blessed. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.